Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Marky the Maniac for, actually, this time, a knife or rather a sword review. I was not planning on reviewing this, but this is too awesome to pass up. This is actually something I ordered for my good friend Ball Python 77, so I'm going to give that to him in short order. Bet you can't wait, you bastard. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, this is a really neat blade. It's a Machete Gladius, so basically meant to be a novelty, utility sort of thing, I guess. Really nice, got a nice weight to it. It does come with a sheath. I don't know how well you can see it. I apologize, I didn't upgrade my equipment in any way whatsoever since moving here. The light still sucks, as you can see, so picture quality isn't so good, but you can still see here kind of the sheath. So this is actually plastic, just to keep, I suppose, the blade from poking out. Very nice nylon all around. So again, very utilitarian. There's nothing fancy about this, but it does what it's supposed to, which is to prevent you from cutting yourself up on the blade. There is a tag. Here it says, warning, this machete has a long, narrow, very sharp point and edge. Use extreme caution when handling it, and especially when inserting it in the sheath, or when removing it from the sheath. Inserting and removing can be a dangerous maneuver, of course, ladies. So yeah, I'm going to remove this for the purposes of this review, and let's get on with the actual blade. Very nice. Not very well balanced, obviously, so it's not really meant to be a real sword, as I said. It's more of a utilitarian thing, again. The blade is very nice, though. If you look at it from here, it's not an extremely thick blade, but it will hold. It does look pretty solid to me. The blade is indeed extremely sharp. You can feel all the little teeth on the blade right here, so I would hate to get cut with this. So I do suppose this could be used as an actual machete. I mean, it looks solid enough. It feels extremely sturdy, and if you're in the woods, if you're carrying this on your belt like a real badass, and you encounter a bear, well, you should probably still run. But if you really get in a scrape, this would be really potentially a very deadly weapon. This is, after all, the sword that basically conquered the world during antiquity, and if I may say so, it's probably even better made than an actual Gladius back in these days, in terms of steel quality at least. The handle is really nothing to write home about. It's basically just plastic or polymer, so it's very sturdy plastic. You don't really feel like this will be giving way anytime soon. There's a tiny bit of give in the blade, but it's really more flexibility than anything else, so there's no real wobble. This all feels quite sturdy. The blade is quite nicely centered also within the handle, so you would expect it to be a bit crooked in a cheaper novelty sword. Not with this, however, so this thing is really quite well made. Only thing I don't like here is the big sticker on the blade. This will need to be removed, obviously, if you want to have a neat looking sword. Or if you want it to look good, this will have to be removed, obviously. So I read about this online. Actually, I would definitely recommend not using any alcohol to remove this. Alcohol will actually dissolve the black color on the blade, so whatever polish or paint they put on there, it does tend to dissolve quite easily. So be aware of that, unless what you're going for is to have a nice chrome blade. If you don't want to have it black, then by all means just use a little bit of alcohol, wipe it all away. And as for the sticker, if you want to keep it as is, if you want to keep the blade color as is, I should say, just peel it off. You can use a bit of water, anything that you really want, but no alcohol. Just drink the alcohol instead. That is much better, especially when handling sharp blades, of course. So all in all, I can't really vouch for its performance. I'm not very much of an outdoorsman myself, unfortunately. I can't slaughter a box for you right here. Actually, let me just... Wow! Let me see if I have a way of bringing that closer to you, because this made a really, really nice dent in that box. Just went through it like butter. I know it's not much of an example to go by, but hey, let's see if I can get that on screen for you. Alright, so for a completely gratuitous cutting test, let's have at it. So this is actually the box which contained what again? I don't even remember. This is actually the box that contained this Gladius. So yeah, totally oversized. It's cool, plenty to go around, plenty to cut into. Let's try it. So yeah, it did. I don't know how well you saw from here, but it does do a very nice dent. Of course, I did not go all out. This is my basement. I like my basement. I respect my basement. The furnace is right here. Fort Maximus is right on the ground somewhere over there. Obviously, I'm not going to risk some serious damage to the place. Very nice heft, as I said. So once you start with a blow, it will carry through. So it's a nice big blade. In my opinion, it is suitable as a machete. Serious outdoorsmen, however, watching this review, you might go, yes, of course, it's more of a novelty thing. But if you're in a pinch, and if you want to be kind of a show-off when you go out in the woods, well, by all means, get one of those. It's really not that expensive. I paid just about $40 for it on Amazon, so if you're Canadian like me, go on Amazon.ca. I do believe they still have some there. Very, very nice knife, blade, sword. So yeah, I do give this my highest recommendation, or second to highest recommendation. My only real complaint is that the handle is just so plain. I guess you can dress it up. If that's your thing, you just buy some leather, wrap it around, buy some gold paint. I don't know. You can do whichever you want with this. Could be a good platform. As I said, it's inexpensive, so hey, go wild. My only regret is that I'm going to have to give this over to my good friend, and I'm not going to be able to use it to whack figures off my table, which, what's that? Oh, the figures are very grateful, they say. Well, yes. So, yeah, in a nutshell, definitely recommend this. Definitely. And that's it for me.